Render, or RNDR, is one of the most exciting projects to enter the crypto space over the last year. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you why this crypto project is in position to moon this year. By the way, just a note before we start, let me just mention that I'm not actually invested in this project at the moment. I really want to get invested in it, but I've tied up my capital in other projects. So for now, I can't focus on this one, but it's definitely one that I recommend getting into, especially if you want something low risk. But I'm just trying to spread my capital out on projects that I think will give me a really high return. So anyway, what does Render do? So as we can see here, it says distributed GPU rendering on the blockchain. And then it says that the Render network provides near unlimited decentralized GPU computing power for the next generation 3D content creation. And there's obviously a load more information in there, but that's a bit of a mouthful. But the way I would explain this is most of us have computers in our house that we don't use anymore, or they spend a large portion of the day idle. So you might have a work computer even, or a computer that you're just using for a couple of hours a day and the rest of the day it's idle. So what if you could actually get paid money for lending your computer's resources to other people? And that's what Render makes possible. So many companies and individuals all over the world are creating content that needs to be rendered. So things like movies, videos, generally a good way to think of it is computer games and things like Hollywood movies. So this content takes a long time to render and it's very expensive. With Render, these creators can now upload their project to the Render platform, and then Render will find spare computational resources all over the world to the Render project. So literally hundreds of thousands of computers all over the world can give a small bit of their computational power to the Render project quickly and at a far lower price than traditional means. And then the owners of the computers that are doing the rendering will get paid in the Render token as they render the project. So the projects that will get rendered can range from small projects created by one person on their phone to full computer games to Hollywood movies or to 3D metaverse experiences. The more projects that use Render, the more demand there will be for the Render token, which then, of course, will mean the higher the project will grow. So then, as you can see just here, we can see some of the uses for the Render network. So we see media, industry, augmented reality, mixed reality, gaming, medical, and virtual reality. So there's a lot of uses for the Render network. This project, as you can probably tell from this website and these details, is already fully functional and has a large docs team working on it. So the founder is this guy called Jules Urbach, who's a great history in AI, and he's the vision here, but widely hailed as a pioneer in computer graphics, streaming, and 3D rendering with over 25 years of industry experience. And then this is the rest of the team. So a full docs team here of very skilled creators. And then they've got great advisors that they're working with. One name that stands out a mile here to me is J.J. Abrams. But then you've got the CEO of Endeavor and the founder and CEO of Brave Software. We've got the co-founder of Core Developer, Zeppelin Solutions, and this lady here, the principal at Radian and council member in the WEF. So yeah, they've got a lot. They're very strongly connected to this company. Not only that, but they're also working with Apple now. So they've struck up a partnership with Apple, which is obviously a hugely bullish signal for this crypto. And they've been working with NVIDIA for a long time. And the CEO of Render, which is Jules Urbach, will be speaking at the NVIDIA upcoming GTC conference. And then, of course, if we look at NVIDIA, which a lot of people would describe Render as the NVIDIA of the crypto world, NVIDIA has grown wildly over the last few years, and it's now its third top company by market cap in the world. So, I mean, this is hugely bullish signals that Render's working with these guys, also working with Apple, the second highest company by market cap in the world. So Render, it's really safe to say that it's probably a good chance this is going to blow up soon. So Render currently has a market cap of 4.6 billion. So in terms of return, kind of at that market cap of around close to 5 billion, I'm not really expecting a 50 or 100x return from this one, but you know, anything's possible. It's definitely the sort of project that could do something amazing like that. But in terms of risk, this project isn't going anywhere. I think this is going to be around for a long time. I think it's almost guaranteed to at least increase in value. I'm not saying it's going to make you a millionaire, but guaranteed to at least increase in value. But I also see this project, I think it's probably very likely that it's going to end up with a market cap of 30 or 40 billion, maybe, you know, a lot higher, but 30 or 40 billion, I'd say there's a really good chance of that happening. So seeing a 10x out of this is good. Like if you were put $1,000 or euro in, expecting that to turn into 10,000, I think is very realistic. But I also wouldn't be surprised to see this hit a market cap of 100 billion. Which, you know, again, putting 1,000 in could give you a return of 25,000. So I think that's really possible. There's also something with Render. They perform token burns, which I know Binance Coin really increased the value of the Binance Coin years ago. So that could be something similar that will blow up the price of Render. And long term, who knows how high a project like this could go. It could turn into a top 5 project and break out into, you know, 500 billion or something like that. Like that definitely is possible. And look, the worst case scenario I see for Render, if you're thinking of investing in it, is just that it will increase in value over the next year. I think you're going to get more return out of Render than if you're investing in some managed investment fund that's giving you 5% return. See, even over a day, Render's giving 5% return. So I think this is going to do really well. Just remember to not, like all these projects, don't hold it forever. Sell it at some point when you get a good return. Most likely, this bull run is going to end late 2024 or early 2025. So just be ready to sell this coin. And as always then, remember to do your own research as well and realize there's always a big risk in investing in cryptos. So next, click on the video that's on screen now to see the main project that I am invested in at this time. And I'll see you all on the outside.